Infrastructure development is crucial for economic growth and improved living standards. Kenya faces a significant infrastructure gap. This gap affects transportation, energy, healthcare, and education. Kenya turns to public-private partnerships, or PPPs. PPPs leverage both sectors' expertise and resources. Projects range from roads and bridges to hospitals and power plants. Kenya's journey with PPPs began in the late 20th century, marked by early attempts to attract private investment in infrastructure. However, a lack of clear legal frameworks and institutional capacity hindered the successful implementation of these early projects. Recognizing the need for a more structured approach, the government undertook significant reforms in the early 2000s. The year 2009 marked a turning point with the introduction of the Public-Private Partnerships regulations. These regulations provided a legal foundation for PPPs, outlining the procedures for project identification, appraisal, procurement, and implementation. Building on these initial regulations, Kenya continued to refine its PPP framework over the next decade. This process culminated in the enactment of comprehensive legislation in 2021. The Public-Private Partnerships Act of 2021 represents a significant milestone in Kenya's PPP journey. The 2021 Act introduced several key reforms, streamlining project implementation, enhancing transparency, and promoting private sector participation. The Public-Private Partnerships Act of 2021 serves as the primary legal framework governing PPPs in Kenya. This comprehensive legislation outlines the procedures, requirements, and institutional arrangements for the development and implementation of PPP projects. One of the key features of the 2021 Act is the establishment of a clear and transparent process for project identification and appraisal. The Act mandates the government to conduct feasibility studies and develop robust project proposals. This ensures that projects selected for PPP implementation are economically viable, socially desirable, and aligned with national development priorities. The Act also introduces a competitive and transparent procurement process for PPP projects. It mandates open tendering for most projects, ensuring a level playing field for all potential investors. To safeguard public interest, the 2021 Act includes provisions for risk allocation and mitigation. It emphasizes the importance of conducting thorough risk assessments and developing comprehensive risk management plans. The 2021 Act introduces several key provisions designed to streamline project implementation and address previous challenges faced in PPP projects. One notable provision is the introduction of timelines for each stage of the PPP project cycle. From project identification to financial close, the Act sets specific timeframes for government entities to complete their respective tasks. The Act also introduces a cap on the size of projects that can be procured under the PPP framework. This aims to ensure that smaller projects, which are often overlooked, are also considered for PPP arrangements. By setting a project cap, the government encourages a more diverse range of PPP projects, promoting innovation and competition. Furthermore, the 2021 Act strengthens the role of the PPP unit, the government agency responsible for overseeing PPP projects. The Act grants the PPP unit greater authority in project appraisal, procurement, and contract management. Section 5. Procurement and local content, fostering transparency and economic growth. The 2021 Act emphasizes transparency and accountability in PPP procurement. It mandates open and competitive tendering processes. This aims to attract the best bids and prevent favoritism. The Act introduces local content requirements for PPP projects. A percentage of goods, services, and labor must be sourced locally. This stimulates job creation and boosts Kenyan businesses. Section 6. The institutional backbone, roles and responsibilities in PPP governance. Effective implementation of PPPs requires a robust institutional framework with clearly defined roles and responsibilities. The 2021 Act establishes a comprehensive governance structure to oversee PPP projects, ensuring transparency, accountability, and efficient decision-making. At the apex of this structure is the PPP Committee, responsible for providing overall policy direction and approving major PPP projects. The PPP Directorate, housed within the National Treasury, plays a crucial role in the day-to-day management of PPP projects. The Directorate is responsible for providing technical assistance to procuring entities, reviewing project proposals, and monitoring project implementation. It acts as a central repository of PPP expertise and ensures adherence to the legal and regulatory framework. To address disputes that may arise during the PPP project cycle, the Act establishes a dedicated PPP Petition Committee. Section 7. Empowering counties, addressing challenges and unlocking potential. While the national government has made significant strides in promoting PPPs, challenges remain, particularly at the county level. County governments often lack the technical expertise, financial capacity, and institutional frameworks necessary to effectively engage in PPPs. To address these challenges, the 2021 Act emphasizes the need for capacity building at the county level. It mandates the national government to provide technical assistance, training, and knowledge transfer to county governments. This support aims to equip counties with the necessary skills and tools to successfully develop and implement PPP projects. Financial constraints pose another significant challenge for counties. To overcome this, the Act encourages the exploration of innovative financing mechanisms, such as blended finance and credit guarantees. Furthermore, the Act promotes inter-county collaboration in PPP projects. Section 8. Financing for development, attracting private sector investment. One of the primary motivations for pursuing public-private partnerships is to attract private sector investment in infrastructure development. The 2021 Act recognizes this and introduces provisions to make PPP projects more attractive to investors, both domestic and international. The Act provides for various risk mitigation mechanisms to enhance the bankability of PPP projects. These include government guarantees for certain risks, such as political risks or regulatory changes, which are outside the control of private investors. Such guarantees provide comfort to financiers and make it easier for projects to secure funding. The Act also allows for the use of innovative financing structures such as securitization and infrastructure bonds to mobilize private capital. These mechanisms can help diversify the investor base and reduce reliance on traditional bank loans. To further incentivize private sector participation, the Act provides for tax incentives and concessions for PPP projects. Section 9. Risk management and mitigation, ensuring project success. Effective risk management is paramount to the success of PPP projects. The 2021 Act mandates a comprehensive approach to risk identification and mitigation. Risks should be allocated to the party best suited to manage them. A robust risk management plan is essential for monitoring and mitigating risks. Regular monitoring ensures the plan remains effective and relevant. Section 10. Building capacity for success training and knowledge transfer. The success of PPPs hinges on the availability of a skilled workforce capable of managing complex projects. The 2021 Act recognizes the importance of capacity building and mandates initiatives to enhance the skills and knowledge of government officials involved in PPPs. The Act calls for the establishment of specialized training programs for government officials involved in various aspects of PPP project development and implementation. These programs should cover areas such as project appraisal, procurement, contract management, and risk management. The Act also encourages knowledge transfer from the private sector to the public sector. This can be achieved through secondments, mentorship programs, and the involvement of private sector experts in training programs. Continuous learning and professional development are essential to keep pace with evolving trends and best practices in the PPP field. Section 11. Conclusion. A future paved with partnerships. Public-private partnerships have emerged as a vital tool for addressing Kenya's infrastructure deficit and driving sustainable development. The Public-Private Partnerships Act of 2021 provides a robust legal framework that fosters transparency, accountability, and efficiency in PPP project implementation. While challenges remain, particularly at the county level, the government's commitment to capacity building, innovative financing mechanisms, and risk mitigation strategies is paving the way for the successful scaling up of PPPs across the country. By leveraging the strengths of both the public and private sectors, Kenya can accelerate its infrastructure development, attract foreign direct investment, create jobs, and improve the quality of life for its citizens. A future paved with partnerships holds immense potential for transforming Kenya's infrastructure landscape and driving sustainable economic growth.